This looks like it was made like on a Windows 95 computer, like in the middle of nowhere. In today's video, we're actually going to be looking at a rumor that actually came out like roughly around 3 weeks. I would say like 3 weeks as of shooting this video. And that rumor was a supposed leak of Resident Evil 4's Albert Wesker's concept art that was apparently or allegedly leaked by the voice actor for Albert Wesker back in Resident Evil 5, DC Douglas. Now, a lot of you know that on this channel, I actually never talked about rumors, and personally, well, in my recent community post, I actually did state that there's a lot of Resident Evil rumors out there, but I don't really post them on the channel, mostly because it's not concrete information. That's the thing with rumors, right? There's always that 10% chance that it could be right, or sometimes in this case, in my personal opinion, I think it's less than 10%. I would even go down to 1%. This, for me, is like one of the dumbest like rumors of Resident Evil that I've heard all year round. That's just my opinion, right? I mean, there's always that 1% chance that it could be true, so I don't know. But we're gonna go into my thoughts on why I think that, why I personally believe that. But yeah, that's basically the reason why I wanted to make this video. But I do want to preface this video by saying that all of this information was brought to people's attention by just one Twitter account. Now, I'm not going to show that Twitter account because that Twitter account is just like its sole purpose is basically just bringing light to a lot of like shady things that actors do. And it's just one person kind of saying stuff, right? I mean, especially nowadays where things can be manipulated, we don't know if messages, are true, because that's what happened in this case with this rumor. A lot of people sent this, well, that's how it started, was this Twitter page released a picture of DC Douglas saying, hey, here's a look at RE4. Don't share this, don't release it, or I could get into big trouble. That was basically the gist of it. And on top of that, this Twitter account has also said a bunch of stuff against DC Douglas, that he's actually been grooming his fans, just a lot of slimy stuff like that. And you know what? Like I said, I don't really know if all of that stuff is true. This is all based on just one guy that's saying all of this stuff. Now, I know that a lot of people have been sending recurring messages to this guy on Twitter, and he's been bringing it forward. But like I said, it's not valid information because, like I said, nowadays it's very easy to just manipulate what people say, with Photoshop and stuff like that. So I can't say for certain if, this is exactly what's going on or it's not. And so if you were looking forward to me talking about all of that drama and stuff and potential stuff that's happening with DC and all of the allegations against him, well, I'm not going to be talking about that in this video, since this is a Resident Evil channel, not a drama channel. And so I just wanted to put that out there right from the get-go, because like I said, I mean, I'm not just going to believe everything that one person says on the internet. Now, of course, personally, I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff was actually happening. I mean, we do have to remember the Me Too movement, and even prior to that, Hollywood, it's always been kind of like that. So it wouldn't be surprising. But I'm not just going to go out on a limb here and say that this for sure is happening and 100%. There hasn't been any court cases, hasn't been any stuff like that. So right now it's just all based on one person that's just been, saying wolf on the Twitter page, right, on Twitter. And so that's basically what I wanted to say, is that I'm not going to be talking too much about the drama. What we're focusing on is just the leak. But in any case, let's actually look at this concept art that supposedly or allegedly got leaked by DC Douglas. And I'm going to talk about my thoughts as to why I think this is the dumbest rumor that's been released all year for Resident Evil. Alright, so here we have what looks to be Albert Wesker. I mean, you could tell this is Albert Wesker. My problem with this concept art, and this is what I'm going to say right now, is that, this looks like it was made like on a Windows 95 computer, like in a developing country. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's going on? Like, look, if you see like the first arrow, like on the top where there's like there's a picture of like a headset or whatever, a radio headset, right there you see there's an arrow, right? But if you look at the one on the left, right? The picture on the left, there's an arrow. Look at that arrow. Like, what's going on? Like, even me, like, I'm not even, like, I have limited knowledge of Photoshop. I am getting better and stuff. Well, I actually, personally, I don't use Adobe products anymore. I just did a huge switch. So I'm using different types of programs. But anyways, yeah, I mean, look at the arrow on that. That doesn't look right. Like that right there is just like, okay, complete like trash. Like that doesn't look professional at all. You know, I mean, like I've never been in game development, so I don't know how the whole concept art looks. I know that a lot of concept artists, right? I mean, this could be a rough draft. Like I said, that's the thing with rumors, is that it could always just be, there's always that 1% chance that it is actually true. But the thing is that when it comes to this, dude, this doesn't look real like at all. You know, and the second thing is that why would DC Douglas have Resident Evil 4 leaks? That's like saying, you know, Alison Cord, who was like the original voice actress for Claire back in Resident Evil 2, right? Like the OG Resident Evil 2. That's like her having leaks on Resident Evil 2 Remake, like before the game came out. Like, why would she have that? You know, especially now since Capcom has actually switched a lot of these actors up, you know, like, especially with recurring characters that we've seen. Like in Resident Evil 8's case, we saw Chris Redfield. Well, Chris Redfield's voice actor from the other games or previous games was actually switched. Or the same thing goes with Jill, right? Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3 Remake, that they changed the voice actress for Jill. And the same thing with Resident Evil 2 Remake, you know, we had different people like Stephanie Panicello, I believe, and Nick Apostolides for Leon. And so that, to me, that doesn't really make much sense. Why would a DC Douglas have this kind of information, this kind of leak, you know? And the thing is that, you know, we have to remember that Resident Evil 5 got released in 2009, but that doesn't mean that the game was developed in 2009. This was probably took years, right, in game development. So DC Douglas probably did the voice lines for Resident Evil 5 back in like 2007, maybe 2008. Like I really can't say, right? I've never been in game development, and so that right there is a huge issue for me, right? That's my second point. I don't really understand why that would be why he would have this information, you know. And on top of that, like I mentioned, this looks like it was made like on a Windows 95 computer, like in the middle of like a developing country, like in a desert or something. Like, this is not professional looking at all. Now, like I said, I don't know game development. I've never been part of that. I've never been in behind the scenes for game developing, but that right there, that's an issue. Every concept art that I've looked at looks like it's professionally done by an artist. Now, that could be an artist that works digitally or works, you know, hand drawn with stuff, and this just does not look like that. Like, if we look at the face of Albert Wesker, like Albert Wesker looks like Albert Wesker from Resident Evil 5 has been copied and pasted on some other person's body. And you know what else? You know, my third thing that I really don't agree with, you know, that makes me not believe this rumor at all, is that, you know, the outfit looks a lot like the outfit in The Evil Within. You know, now I've actually never played that game, so let me know down in the comments if you have played that game. You know, it's on my like to-do list. I definitely want to see if it's a good game. Let me know if it's a good game for me to play. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, isn't this like the outfit that the main character for The Evil Within wears? Like, isn't this like, let me just look real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so this guy, I think his name is Sebastian Castellanos. He was the main character in The Evil Within. It's a very kind of detective noir kind of 40s kind of thing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about the game. I think one of the producers of Resident Evil 4 worked on that game. But, I mean, why would this be a copy and pasted thing? I mean, like I said, if we look at the arrows here, it doesn't look good. The stock images, like their stock images for that, like why would a concept artist use like stock images? Like they're like, why would he do that? You know what I mean? And also, like I said, this is just really bad Photoshop. Now, I noticed a lot of Resident Evil fans were quick to notice, oh look, his hand is burned, you know, so that's a cool aspect, since in Code Veronica, you know, he actually did kind of burn his hand when he punched Alexia. in the mansion in Antarctica. But the thing is that, but in Resident Evil 5, he didn't have a burn. So that right there is a discrepancy. That doesn't really add up with the timeline. Now, you could also say, well, then their next plan is to add that when they remake Resident Evil 5. But I mean, like, that's weird right there. Also, Resident Evil 4, we didn't actually really see much of Albert Wesker. So this whole thing, just there's a lot of fishy stuff about this rumor here. So this is why personally I think this is probably like the dumbest rumor that I've heard all year for Resident Evil. Like, come on. Like, if you're going to do like a leak, like, make it look good. If somebody made this up, like, there's been other rumors. Like, I think just a couple of months ago there was a rumor about Resident Evil 3 having a new edition or something like that, and I don't know what it was called. I think it was called Nightmare Edition or something like that. It was going to come out for PS5. People were speculating. This was all rumors, by the way, so this is just all theoretical, but people were saying that Resident Evil 3 Remake was going to go for the new systems, for the new gen, or the current gen, sorry, like PS5, Xbox Series X, and they were actually going to have they were going to add the courtyard aspect of the game, and they were going to add some other stuff. They were going to make Nemesis look, more intimidating. He was actually going to chase you a lot more through the game, and that rumor went alongside this really nice photoshopped picture of what looked like the game title. Like, whoever came up with that rumor, and I don't know if that rumor is true. I mean, if that rumor is true, then that would be awesome. And but obviously it didn't come true. A lot of that rumors was based that it was going to be showed at the Tokyo Game Awards, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I don't really pay attention too much to rumors because it's not concrete information. But what I'm getting at here is that rumor looked way more plausible than this. That rumor had a really nice Photoshop picture of what the game could look like if the rumor was fake. Like I said, that's the thing with rumors. There's always that 1% chance that it's true. But when I look at this, I don't even think that this could even be a chance. Like I said, that's why I'm going really low here by giving it a 1% chance. With that other rumor, it was more like, it was higher up on the probability level of it actually turning out to be true. But this one, nah, like, what is this, dude? Like I said, like, who photoshopped this? This literally looks like Albert Wesker and, what's his name? Sebastian Castellanos, character from The Evil Within, was literally just photoshopped together. Like, they merged the two characters. Like, they didn't even, like, it even looks like the main character for The Evil Within. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played that game, but what I've looked at from pictures just right here, it looks like that. That's exactly what I'm looking at. So I don't know. So I, for one, do not believe this rumor one bit. Right now, who knows? I mean, if this is true, like I said, there's a 1% chance that it could be true. I would actually be really worried because Capcom isn't a low budget indie studio, game studio. Like, Capcom has been around for years. You know what I mean? So they're like a multi-million-dollar company, game studio. Why would they, if they had a concept artist work on stuff? Is this acceptable to bring to, like, the higher ups or to bring to, like, game developers? This looks like it was, like, made, like I said, this looks like it was made, like, on a Windows 95 computer, like, in the middle of nowhere. How is this acceptable? And on top of that, like I said with my other points, like, why would DC Douglas have this? DC Douglas, he did a good job playing Albert Wesker. Now, I'm not bashing on DC Douglas, but I mean, it's been more than 10 years since he's been a part of Resident Evil, and they've already, switched all of the actors up, the whole roster, the cast, for the new character. So if, like I said, it would be weird that DC Douglas would have this in his possession. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this concept art. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And also let me know if you guys like these types of videos, right? Like I said, I've never done rumors because like I said, it's not concrete information. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to knife that like button. And if this is your first time here, or consider shooting that subscribe button in the face. And also remember to punch that notification bell like Chris punches that boulder in Resident Evil 5 so that you guys never miss a video. And also, I hope you guys enjoy your holidays. You know, Merry Christmas. I don't know when this video is going to be posted. Right now, it's actually December 20th. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to all of you guys that are watching. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
The right to be a god. That right is now mine.